I'm Ed the Alien. Welcome back. This is week 11 of our $2 beginner poker challenge. I'm taking $2 and turning it into $2,000 playing poker without making an initial deposit. This week was pretty sad, so sit back, grab a tissue, and get ready to cry. Last week we were up $28.59. The bankroll total was $236, which is 11.8% of our way to the $2,000 goal. The win rate was 12.9 big blinds per 100. And the goal for this week was, well, I forgot to set a goal last week. Well, actually I didn't forget, I was just really tired and I just didn't have the brain power to do it. This week we started off 4-tabling NL2 Zoom, putting in volume. This is near the beginning of the week. We get a raiser, 2 callers, and with aces, of course, you got to 3-bet that. Villain jams it, and of course you got to call. So what do you think Villain's jamming with here? Likely it's a big Broadway pair. Sometimes it's ace-king. This time it is ace-king, which sucks for Villain when he comes up against aces, except when you get flops like that. So Villain sucks out with a nut flush. So not a great start to the week, but like I said in previous videos, you got to think about it this way. Aces versus ace-king suited, you're winning 88% of the time. 12% of the time, Villain's going to win, and this is just one of those 12% of the times. So keep that in mind, and hopefully we run better next time in this spot. And here we are pretty much in the exact same spot, with the almost the exact same hands. Villain min steals with ace-queen suited, and of course we're 3-betting that. Villain goes all in, which I think is a pretty questionable move. And of course we're calling. That's nice. Looks like we're definitely going to win this hand. Okay, that's not so nice. And of course it's another diamond and another huge suck out. But again, remember 88%, 12%. Let's move on and hopefully we run better. Alright, we got aces again. This is NL5. Hopefully we'll get better luck this time, right? So we get an open. And of course I'm 3-betting that, but look at Villain's stack, he's only got 2 cents left. Oh well. Anyway, we get it in, and we get quad aces, and we take down a huge 29-cent pot. Alright, here we are at NL5, there's a limper, and this guy raises, and I'm gonna 3-bet that with kings. I'm just gonna stack off here no matter what. We get 2 callers. I don't really like that flop. If anybody does have a big Broadway pair, with aces they're ahead of me, queens have a set. The only one I'm ahead of is jacks here, but I can't fold here. My plan is just to get it in no matter what. This guy puts in a meaningless 5-cent donk bet. This guy calls, and oh, I guess I didn't jam it. Okay, this guy jams it, we get a fold and we get it in. Now what do you think Villain has here? Queens? 8s, 10s, Jack 9. There's no way he could have Jack 9, right? He called a 70-cent 3-bet pre-flop. So let's see what he's got. Jack 9? What? How can you? So obviously he's winning this hand. Anyway, I'm not trying to complain and get sympathy. Well, maybe I am a little, but mostly this is kind of my journal. This is the story of my journey, and this is just what happened this week, so you're gonna see it. Alright, are you sick of watching me lose? Okay, I understand. Let's change it up a bit and I'll show you a few hands where we win. It folds around to us in the small blind. I'm just gonna min steal here. It's gonna cost me 8 cents to win 7 cents. I do this all the time in Zoom, at NL2 Zoom. This is NL5. The reason I'm doing it here is looking at this guy's fold to steals, 99. Small sample, but he's really nitty. He's only playing 9% of hands. So I think he's going to fold like all the time here. And he does. See? I told you that we're going to win sometimes. This is NL5. We get a min open from this fishy looking player. This is only our 7th hand against him, but you can tell just by looking at his stats that he's a huge fish. Over 7 hands, he's played 100% of them. He's limped 50% of his hands. He's got only half a stack, which is usually the sign of a fish, and he's opening for 2 big blinds instead of 3 or 4. Anyway, against anybody, I'm going to call this on the button with our 9-8 suited. And we see the flop 3 ways. Checks around. The fish bets out a little less than half pot. Looks pretty weak. We have middle pair here. I'm gonna call and probably try to push him off the hand on the turn, although that might not be a good plan. Fish don't like to fold. But anyway, we call, and we see it three ways, which I'm not really happy about. That's an interesting turn card. It gives us trips, but it also puts a possible flush out there. Checks around, and I think I'll just take a stab here. Maybe we'll get raised by a flush, or we might just take it down. And the fish min raises us, so that looks pretty weird. It could be strong, he could have a flush, or he could just be an idiot. If it was like a normal size raise, then I'd probably fold. But let's check out the equity here. So here I've already plugged in the turn, the flop and the turn cards. We'll plug in 9-8 for us, and let's just say that he's got the nut flush. He's got ace king. Evaluate. So we're 23% dog here. Alright, so let's plug a few things in here, see what kind of value we can expect. This is a little Excel spreadsheet that I put together to calculate your expected value. So here we have the rake, 4.5%. The win percentage, we can expect to win 23% of the time, 22.73. Fold equity, we're going to skip that. Win, how much money we're going to win. Pot is 215, assuming we can stack him if we hit a full house or better, plus $1.56. So we'll win 371. How much are we going to lose? Lose 45 cents. So making this call is 31 cents plus EV, assuming that he's got the nut flush. He could have a full house, but he's got more flushes or just fish garbage, I think. So we can safely base our decision on this calculation. We'll call that. And it's a great river card for us. We do end up getting a full house. If he's got a flush, it should be pretty obvious to him that a full house is very likely. He bets out $1. He's got 51 cents left, so we just put them all in. And he turns over 6-5 off. So we were right that he was a fish. He min opened with 6-5 offsuit. He min raised the turn. I guess he was trying to represent a flush. With the min raise, it wasn't very convincing. Bottom pair. So after that hand, take a note, apply the fish label, and hope that he rebuys. As you can see from the cash results graph here, we did not have a great week. We ended around $10. Let's throw in the all-in EV line here just to see what the expected value was, and it was around 30 bucks. So as you can see, for most of the week we're running below EV due to all the suckouts that I showed you. And actually they started happening around 3,000 to 4,000 hands, not like at the very beginning like I originally said. I guess my memory's a bit wrong. Have a look at the results by game type here. I don't remember playing any NL2 hands, but looks like I did. So we played a lot of NL2 Zoom, 3,000 hands at NL5. Adjusted all-in equities around $29, and the actual net one is about $9. So I wasn't playing terrible. I did pretty solid for a fair chunk of the week, but I did slip a significant amount, tilted a bit due to some bad beats. I'm finding it tough to keep playing solid when I'm running bad, but I'm getting better at it. Maybe. It's hard to quantify that sometimes. So this week we're up $8.58. The bankroll total is $238.32. Last week I said the bankroll is pretty much the same as it is this week, but I accidentally included the $10 deposit bonus that PokerStars credited to my account. So I decided I don't want to include any deposit bonuses in this challenge, so I'll just subtract them out in these end of the video summaries. So last week's figure should be around $9 less than it actually was. And all that is 11.9% of our way to the $2,000 goal. The win rate this week was 4.6 big blinds per 100. And I'd like to mention that adjusted for all NEV hits, it was 8.4 big blinds. Not too great, but considering that I was playing Zoom too, Zoom is a lot tighter and harder to get a big win rate. If you want to join me in this challenge, check out evthealien.com for more information. You can find me at evthealien both on Facebook and Twitter. Do you like watching these videos? Show your love, click like and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys. Comment below, all that stuff. I'm EvTheAlien, and I'll see you next week.